Sure is nice to see some dark clouds out there.
And a few rain showers. And, you know, if it weren't for Isaac and us being just on the outskirts of the storm, we might even be seeing more this afternoon. But these showers are having a hard time overcoming the higher pressures outside of that hurricane. And so, as you can see right there in the storm profiler, they're not holding together very long. A couple of real tiny little isolated showers kind of fading away as they move into Austin. But a couple of darker clouds, as Robert mentioned. Hey, let's take you live to New Orleans. Here is a live view from the Lake Pontchartrain area, is my understanding, from WWL television in New Orleans. Look at that. The wind is whipping. Already some tropical storm force wind gusts getting up in there as that hurricane approaches landfall over southeast Louisiana. Look at those waves whipping up. Now, those are waves coming out of the lake. Remember, Lake Pontchartrain is what flooded Louisiana when the levees broke back during Katrina almost exactly 7 years ago. Tomorrow is 7 years ago to the day of Katrina's landfall. Some amazing pictures right there, and that situation is only going to get worse and worse. We'll go back to the local weather in a minute, but while we're on Isaac, let's give you the latest. Just in from the Hurricane Center, 30 miles due south now of the mouth of the Mississippi River. That's a slight adjustment from what I told you just 15 minutes ago. They're watching this thing, of course, minute by minute, reconfiguring where that center is, and now they call it due south of the mouth of the Mississippi. Movement has slowed to 8 miles per hour. Remember when Isaac was in the Caribbean chugging along at 23, 24 miles per hour? 8 miles per hour. That is going to result in some significant flooding, some significant storm surge, a tornado threat that will go on for quite some time in this area. And the storm is exactly 105 miles due southeast, the center of the hurricane, from New Orleans, moving directly northwest. So New Orleans is going to get this thing. There's no doubt about it. Interestingly, our computer model and a couple of others want to take the hurricane right along the coast westward, almost over to where Rita made landfall on the Texas-Louisiana border, before turning it northward. But the Hurricane Center real convinced that that's not going to be the case. It's going to come in here around New Orleans, bringing water depth up to 12 feet. And as you heard David's report earlier about storm surge, you can get giant waves on top of that storm surge, that a total over 20 feet high, coming in here to southeast Louisiana. So battering waves and coastal flooding, wind gusts possible to 100 miles per hour there in southeast Louisiana and in southeast Louisiana and southwestern parts of Mississippi. There you see the storm. Looks like it's going to go just west of the center of the storm of downtown New Orleans, the way it appears right now. And then there's your forecast cone on up into northern Louisiana, into Arkansas, and eventually on up into Illinois, and finally all the way up to Michigan. Incidentally, we talked about Shreveport being in this cone. They have announced that they are postponing that Texas A&M game in Shreveport on Thursday night. It's probably a really good idea. Roger's going to have more on that coming up at 6 o'clock tonight. There are the current coordinates of the storm as it stands now, and you can see where it ends up this weekend. But boys, it is a slow mover. We got a little front here, but again, we're on the outer perimeter of the hurricane, and so it's not doing much for us. A couple isolated rain showers, unfortunately. Downtown Austin right now, it's mostly cloudy, 93 degrees. Some of those rain showers dropping our temperature 5 degrees in the last hour or so. 91 up in Georgetown, 89 degrees out in the Burnett area. Mostly cloudy, 93 in the city, and 89 at ABIA. Winds 7, 8 miles per hour. Sunset 7:56. Uh-oh, it's fall. Look at here. The most pollens we've seen since spring. Mold, high. Fall elm, medium. Ragweed, pigweed, low. All right, let's check some temperatures around the state. Not too bad for an August day. Tonight, our overnight lows in the mid-70s. Tomorrow, our high temperatures. It'll probably be hotter tomorrow. Again, when you're on the outskirts of the hurricane, you get that sinking air, and that will warm you up. 75 our overnight low tonight. Let's go 99 tomorrow. North winds on the backside of that hurricane, but only about 10 to 20 miles per hour. We'll probably hit 99 again on Thursday, 99 on Friday. We're just trying to keep it below 100, and then it stays hot. And it looks dry all the way through Labor Day weekend and into early September. We'll be coming right back.